bitch, we out back.
It would kind of sort of help if I had my mic turned on. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Room shaker. It's almost about that time, ain't it? Almost about that birthday time. It's your birthday. Hey, it's your birthday. My bad, my iPad was on too. So, Room Shaker, how you doing? How you doing? Hope you're having a great, great day. Hope you're having a fabulous day. 19 days to go. Room Shaker. Now you know good and well that we've been celebrating your birthday ever since the first day of June. It is June the 10th now. We've been celebrating your birthday since June the 1st. So that's that. That is that. But now on the cool day, yeah. On the cool though, y'all. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to this lunchtime conversation. I am the official urban therapist. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope your Friday is going great. You're having a great Friday. The weekend is right around the corner. So yeah. Hopefully, when you get around to the weekend, you'll be able to do some relaxation, chill with your family and friends, and just enjoy life. But if you have to work, make sure that you have your work day as productive as possible. Then get back and chill afterwards. All right, make that money, but go chill afterwards. All right, because you deserve it. You deserve it. Another thing too, y'all. I thank y'all so much for understanding that Urban needed a break from YouTube. Well, basically a break from doing my shows and stuff, right? So I thank y'all so much for allowing me the opportunity to do that. This break was very, very helpful, especially because um, my work week has been hectic. It's been very, very busy. Very, very busy. In fact, I wanted to go live yesterday with y'all, but I ended up getting off of work really, really late. I think I got off of work like at 6 or so, somewhere around there. I don't know. I ended up getting off of work late, so I just didn't do the live. All right, but I did show up to some people shows, to try to support before I went to sleep because I was exhausted. I was so tired. I ain't lying. I was so exhausted yesterday. But yeah, so yeah, well, I thank y'all so much for allowing me that opportunity to get the break that I needed. It helped out a whole lot. Believe me, it helped me out a whole lot. But I am back now. Starting today, I am back resuming my shows. All right, so I'm back. So we finna do this thing. But today in this lunchtime conversation topic, I wanted to talk about this particular topic dealing with can Black Americans be racist or not? Now, a couple of things inspire this conversation, but overall, this is a topic that I also been wanting to talk about, but I just been putting it in the back burner, you know. So, but now since the situation has arrived about it, now it's on top of the list now. So Urban is going to want to talk about it. We're going to address it. All right. So the whole point of this show is going to be more of a introduction. All right. I'm gonna just do a introduction talking about this. That I will have a show tonight, and I will do part two of this tonight. And in part two, I would go into details about different findings that I have found out about this topic. I'll give you some data supporting on what I'm talking about, then all that good old stuff too. And hell, I might even open up the panel for us to have a conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how I feel. So be looking for that. Be looking for that. All right. So let's dive into this. All right. Now, just like I say, what inspired me to have this conversation is because a YouTuber that I support so much, Miss Silas, she had a run in, right? She had a run in where she believes that she was being she was being targeted for as racism. So Lucinda, salute, welcome, welcome. But yeah, she believed that she's being targeted due to racism, which the situation that happened with her, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So this what inspired me to have this conversation and stuff because I want to share with y'all. Is it possible for Black Americans to be racist? All right, is it possible? So in this introduction, I'm gonna introduce y'all to several things about this. Then when I have my show later on tonight, I'm going deep into the rabbit hole. I'm gonna like I'm share with y'all my findings and everything about this. All right. So, is it possible for Black Americans to be racist? Is it furthermore possible for Black Americans to not only be racist but to be racist towards each other of the same group or same culture? Now, first of all, we have to examine about what do Urban mean when he talk about Black Americans. All right. Well, what am I talking about? For the sake of this discussion, I am using Black American defining everyone who has melanin skin. Period. Once again, I am defining Black Americans as everyone who have melanin skin. Period. Excluding people who are known as Caucasians or whites, because even though Caucasians or whites or people different on Caucasian race who are European descents, they have a little bit of melanin in them or a little bit of melanin pigmentation in them. But I am excluding them because I know that they don't carry the overall genotype of having melanin skin. So everyone who I'm saying who's Black American, I'm talking about everyone who has melanin skin. That includes African American descents. That includes Africans who resides in this country. That includes Asian Americans. That includes Latino Americans. That includes Hispanics. That includes Mexicans. That includes anyone who have majority of melanin skin in their genotype. That is who I'm talking about in this conversation, all right? That is who I'm talking about in this conversation. Mad salute, 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 salute. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, and I'm back. Mad. I'm back in full effect. Anaya, what's up with it? Welcome. Salute, salute, salute. So yeah, like I say, let's dive into it, all right? Let's dive into it. So now that y'all know where Urban is coming from when I say Black Americans, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's dive into the conversation. Let's get into it, all right? Can Black Americans be racist? Can Black Americans be racist? Not only towards people who doesn't have the same type of melanin skin as them, but can they be racist towards each other? Is it possible? Now, part of the claims that I have heard was this. I heard one claim where they were saying that Black Americans can't be racist because they never created the term racism. That's one claim that I heard. Another claim that I heard was that Black Americans can't be racist because of the fact that racism also came from another said country, which in this particular example from Europe. All right. Another claim that I heard that Black Americans can be racist because they're being racist to the same set people by mentioning different things that they do for us behavior wise. Like for example, I have heard that um, Black Americans, preferably let's say Africans, for example, I have heard that Africans call Black Americans lazy. And so, due to them calling Black Americans lazy, they take that as a form of being racist. So, as y'all can see, there are different claims out there that later on tonight I'm going to dive deep into, and we're gonna figure this thing out together, and I'm going to share with you my perspective about this. All right, Rico, what's up with it, homie? What's up with it? But I'm going to show you my perspective about this. All right. So just like I say, let's let me take y'all in this direction. All right. In order for us to understand this whole topic, right? Let me give y'all the definition of racism. All right. The clear definition of racism. All right. Let me give that to you. All right. Hey, what's up with it, MC? Let me give y'all a definition of racism, all right? So, pretty much what racism is this. Racism is when an individual believes in the superiority of their race. When they believe that, in other words, they believe that their set race is better than another set race. Long story short. In other words, they have what is known as a superiority complex. That's basically what it is. So they have such a superiority complex to where they believe that I am better than you in everything that you do. You're on the lower totem pole and I'm at a higher totem pole. That's basically what racism is. That's basically what it is. So I want y'all to keep in mind that definition that I gave y'all, all right? I want y'all to keep in mind that definition I gave y'all. And I want y'all to ask y'all this question to yourself. You have to ask in the chat, but ask this question to yourself. Honestly, ask this question to yourself. Have it ever been a time in your life where you felt like that you are better than someone? That you felt like that you're more superior than someone? I want y'all to think about that. If your answer is, you know what, Urban? I do think that I'm better than, other people. I do think that I'm either more intellectual than other people. I do think that I perform better in certain things than other people. For example, here's an example. There's a stereotype that's going on where people are saying that Black Americans are better than everyone else in basketball or football. And they make this claim based on genotype, based on DNA. But do you know that that claim deals with racism, right? Based on the definition that I just gave y'all. Salute everyone that's coming in. Salute, salute, salute. Normally I'll be showing y'all names on the screen, but I'm on the road now, y'all. But salute to everyone. I see y'all. But this claim is based on racism. Same difference, right? Where a person who's African, right, said that Africans have a better family than Black Americans due to their upbringing. This claim could be a form of racism because they feel like that they're more superior. So once again, let me ask y'all this question. Do y'all have this same type of superiority complex? Do you think like this? If you have the same type of superiority complex, congratulations, you're a racist. Now, also keep in mind that I'm keeping this in the same basics of, can Black Americans be racist? Keep in mind also that there's a claim out there that said, no, we can't be racist because this term was defined by non-melanated people. But in reality, that's because it been dubbed a term. Just because it been dubbed a term, overall, this particular behavior always existed. This particular behavior always existed. Let me share with y'all this story too, y'all. The original claim where people were saying that Africans have a tendency to talk down on Black Americans. To be honest with y'all, I can honestly say that I have experienced that. All right, there have been certain Africans, some of them that I have worked with. Some of them they're from Ghana, Nigeria. Some of them were some from Egypt. And they all have said the same exact thing, the same exact claim that, you know what? You Black American people, y'all are so lazy. And your families are messed up. This is the reason why we too much don't respect y'all. And I have been told this. But when I was talking about this, we was having a conversation about this, and when we was talking about this, they wasn't talking about per se me, but they was talking about in general, based on their experience of being over here in America. Then also, they was talking about this based on the perception that they see when they was over there in their own country in Africa, because they just as the same as the news and the media sources be showing us different images about Africa that's not necessarily true. It's only partial true. They do the same thing in other countries as well too, including Africa. So the news media outlets and different things like that, they show an image of Black America. And they show this image showing that we're lazy, we're no good to our women, and they make this be the overall general consensus of Black Americans. Therefore, it paints an image to the Africans over there in Africa to think the same exact way. They look at different reality shows and compare that as well too. It said that I look at these reality shows and yeah, y'all are lazy. Y'all just want to do this. Y'all want to be thuggish. Every last one of y'all inspired to be rappers and all kind of stuff based on their perception. So I had to tell them, right? I had to tell like, look, I understand where you're coming from because this is based on your perception. So I had to tell them this. I like, look, to be honest with y'all, I had to agree with y'all with your claim because absolutely there are some Black Americans that literally resemble what you see based on your perception. There really are. No denying that. There are some Black Americans who really are lazy. Absolutely, there are. There are some Black Americans who do not treat their women right. Absolutely. There are some Black American women who don't treat their men right. Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it is. But I had to let them know that that is not the overall general consensus of everyone in America. Just the same that when we as Black Americans we're looking at Africa, right? What the media shows us is Africa is showing that y'all are a poverty-stricken country. Y'all are poverty-stricken nation. Y'all not technology advanced like how we are. Y'all live in huts and different things like that. Your women walk around dermy naked. All these different type of images that they're showing to us about y'all country. Y'all lack resources such as natural resources such as water, electricity, different things like that. But however, that is not the overall consensus of everyone. The things that I just mentioned, it is true. Based on culture, there are women that walk around dermy halfway naked because it's based on their culture. There are places in Africa where they lack electricity based on their culture. There are places in Africa where the men are brutal towards their women. They literally treat their women as property. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it's not the overall consensus of everyone in Africa. There are different parts in Africa where they're just as technologically advanced as America. Internet, electricity, everything. Their economy is booming, just like America economy is. They deal with different racial bias the same exact way as how we deal with it in America. So I had to let them know that, hey, if you're basing this on your perception, then to be honest with you, that's not correct. That's not the overall consensus of everyone. So this is what caused this perception or reality of racism, because at the end of the day, we are assuming that this is how the way it is in other world cultures based on what we see. But it's not the overall consensus of everyone. Which lead me to another thing that I want to discuss to y'all about. The second part of this that I want to discuss to y'all about is this term dealing with racial discrimination. Racism is one thing, but discrimination is a whole nother thing. Y'all do understand that, right? Some things that I have mentioned, absolutely, it could fit into the category of racism. Other things that I mentioned, it fits more under the umbrella of discrimination. And I believe that sometimes we try to group it all into racial discrimination, but we try to center it as being racism, period. But in reality, it's really discrimination. So let me show y'all the definition of discrimination real quick. Now, the definition of discrimination is this. It says it refers to the unjust or prejudiced treatment of other individuals or groups on the grounds of certain features, such as people can discriminate people based on their gender. People could discriminate people based on their race, their age, their skin color, physical features, language, disabilities, health problems, and of course, they just added this in here sexual orientation. So, absolutely, there could be a lot of discrimination going on. That discrimination can be centered into racism, depending on the individual definition. Some people could group race and discrimination into one bucket, and they call it racial discrimination. But overall, we have to understand the difference between the two. Well, whenever you feel like that you're better than someone, and you mention their race, not only you showing discrimination towards them, but since you feel like that you're superior, it could be racism as well too. That's why I stated in the beginning, how many of y'all feel like that you're better than people? That you better than people in a way that you're superior over them. If you think this way, then congratulations, you're a racist. So yes, black Americans absolutely can be racist, especially not only towards another set racial group, but also they could be racist towards each other as well too. Absolutely, you can. Absolutely, you can. Because at the end of the day, when you look at racism and you look at discrimination, at the end of the day, what it all means is that it is a certain type of behavior of what people choose to do. Not being forced to do it, but it's a certain behavior that people choose to do. Hey, Jordan, salute, bro. I see you. Once again, salute everybody in the chat. I see you as well, too. But it's a certain behavior that you choose to do. So, yeah, absolutely. Black Americans can be racist. Absolutely, you can, especially towards each other. Now, y'all want to know what's fascinating to me, right? Is this? I deal with social work. All right, there you can pretty much say that I am a social worker. You pretty much say that I am a public servant. So I deal with this on a daily basis. But what's fascinating to me is that part of what I do is that I help um, immigrants from other countries and stuff, right? I help immigrants from other countries to gain certain benefits in this country. That benefits could include medical benefits. It can include, financial support. It can include food assistance. It can include other type of resources to help them. It includes helping them get resources where they could gain citizenship in our country, different things like that. But what fascinates me is this: is that a lot of my colleagues or coworkers, right? Sometimes they be feeling some type of way, right? Because because they want immigrants be coming in. We deal with them every single day. They come in And they be feeling some type of way because they believe that the immigrants that come in, they get a better treatment than the actual people who resides in this country. So they begin to say things like, "Oh, they're coming in and they sit up here while draining our resources and different things like that. They're doing this and they're doing that, and we don't like this." They'll say different things like that, and so they'll ask me the question. They're like, "Hey, why is it that our country will allow immigrants to come into our country and allow to gain citizenship into our country, and they'll be the first to receive, certain resources in our country versus us who reside in this country? I feel like that they should go back to their country and deal with whatever it is that they deal with their country." They'll literally say this to me, right? But I tell them this. I like, look, the reason why it's like that, right? The reason why it's like that is because um, it is known as diplomatic relations. All right, it's known as diplomatic relations, meaning that the United States is part of what is known as the UN, the United Nations. All right, the United Nations is a collective of countries banded together who have diplomatic relations with one another. And I'm not talking about sexual, y'all. I'm talking about literally have a diplomatic relations with each other. They help each other financially, dealing with economics. They help each other dealing with, certain type of citizenships. They buy, sell, and trade in money each other and different things like that. This is called diplomatic relations. So part of the diplomatic relation is this. Part of it is that if an immigrant from one country wants to leave that said country and reside in another country, they, through the relationship, they allow that person to gain what is known as citizenship. They allow the person to go through the proper protocols to receive visas and different things like that so they can reside in this country or whatever type country they want to be at. Same difference. Like, say, for example, if an urban wants to be a citizen in Europe, right? I would go through that country, right? And now I have to gain my citizen status. I have to dissolve my citizen status with the United States. They gain citizenship with Europe. So I have to go through all the proper protocols and stuff, right? Where they're not doing background checks. They make sure that I'm not a menace to society, pretty much. That I'm not over there trying to create any type of terroristic threats or anything like that. So I have to go through all these different protocols to gain citizenship in Europe. Same thing as a person from Europe trying to gain citizenship to the United States. Same process. Now, there is something that is known as a work visa, right? Where people will want only go to other countries for the sole purpose of working, all right? It is called a work visa. I have family right now. They have a diplomatic relationship where they travel back and forth going to Abu Dhabi, right? And so they had to gain a work visa so they could just go there for the sole purpose of working. That's it. Not citizenship, but just to work. So they go back and forth between Abu Dhabi and the United States to work. There are people right now that are in the United States that they gain a work visa just so they could come and work. A lot of people who reside in Mexico, right? If they go through the proper protocols and stuff, right? Some of them would do that. They would gain a work visa, so they could go back and forth to work. They'll go and work in the United States. Then they'll leave the United States, right, and go back home to Mexico, so they could be able to support their family. But why I'm telling y'all this, the reason why I'm telling y'all this also from a social worker perspective, is that I'm trying to get y'all the understanding of why things work the way it work for us diplomatic relationships. And also I'm trying to get y'all to understand why when people from other countries come into another country, why they receive certain type of benefits quicker than people who are actually in the country. That's the reason why. Is it fair? It's neither here nor there, but it can be. But that's the reason why. And consider this also too. Consider this also too, y'all. Imagine if a person, say from Europe or Africa, right? They're fleeing their country for whatever reason, right? And then they enter into the United States soil, and the United States say, "Hell no, you can't come to our country because you're lazy and you're no good, and we feel like that we're better than Africans." Imagine what would happen to the diplomatic relationship if that person were to go back to their country and tell them about that. Like, man, I tried to get to the United States. They said, hell no, because we're lazy. Imagine what would happen to their relationship. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a discussion happen. 9 times out of 10, it's going to create war. So I'm sharing this with y'all so y'all could get a broader understanding about how all this works. So y'all can understand about racism and understand about discrimination as well too. So bringing this all the way back based on everything I just said, right? Bringing it back now. Whenever you feel like in your mind you feel like that you're that not only does better than someone, that you feel like that you're superior over them, that is absolutely racism. Well, whenever not only you feel like you're better than them, but you prevent them for doing certain type of things, that is called discrimination. I have heard certain content creators say this. They say this. They say, well, you cannot speak about things that happen in America because you don't reside in America. So you're not qualified to speak about things in America. By people saying that, that is a form of discrimination. They also say things like this, that we're better than you because we have dealt with things that you would never experience. That is a form of racism. Do y'all know that our major media outlets, right? CNN, Fox News, and all these different major media outlets, right? That reports news around the world. Do y'all know that They are well qualified to talk about things happening in the world, but you will never hear another country say this. You'll never hear a country like Europe say, CNN, you can't report the news that are happening in Europe because you're not European. You'll never hear them say that. Because they know that if they were to say something like that, it would create racism and discrimination. So people, based on I Second Amendment, not Second Amendment, I believe our First Amendment. Your First Amendment. Based on our First Amendment, I'm thinking about the gun laws, y'all. But based on our First Amendment rights, y'all, we have the freedom to express and say whatever the hell that we want to say. And based on the other countries' freedom of speech as well, they could say and report on wherever the hell they want to talk about. If a person from Europe or from Africa or from Asia want to talk about people from America, by all means, they can talk about it. It doesn't disqualify them or anything because at the end of the day, it's based on their opinion and their perception. And then, like I say, I find that interesting that so far I really hear that. I really hear that in the YouTube streets. To be honest with you, I really hear that in the YouTube streets for real. Why I hear other content creators say that, but the real reason, the real underlying reason why they really say that is because they try to disqualify the other content creator. They're trying to discontinue their content by any means necessary. Saying that they're not qualified to talk about things in another country or issues. Me, Urban, I don't care how the way y'all think. I don't care how the way y'all feel. If I'm going to talk about something on my platform, I'm going to talk about it. If I'm talking about things in America, I'm going to talk about things in America. If I'm going to talk about things in Europe, I'm going to talk about things in Europe. If I'm going to talk about things in Asia, I'm going to talk about things in Asia. If I feel like I want to talk about the one Arctic Treaty in Antarctica, I'm going to talk about that. It doesn't make me less qualified or anything. Because if you're thinking about it from that perspective and that point of view, your problems is no different from everyone else's problems. I'm saying it again, your problems is no different from everyone else's problems. Every country in this world deals with a form of racism and discrimination. Period. Every country deal with it. Do y'all know that it's do y'all know that some Chinese people deal with racial discrimination against Japanese people? Do y'all know that Japanese people deal with discrimination against Korean people? And they all in Asia. Do y'all know that people in Europe deal with discrimination as well? And racism as well in their country? But the only reason why we say that in Black America is because we're basing that on our perception, based on what we've been programmed to believe. We think that, oh, woe is me. That only in America, we the only one in America who deals with racial discrimination. We the only one in America who deals with these disparities. And that's it. No one else. Everybody else is privileged, but we're not. But that is not true. That's not true. To be honest, a lot of people who have this narrative, right, or have this way of thinking, I could tell right off the bat, that they never want to travel outside of the country. I can honestly tell that they never travel outside the country, because if they have traveled outside the country and been to other countries, they will see the reality based on what they see on TV. They will see the honest reality. They will see that racism exists all over the world. They will honestly see that. And then it will change your narrative, it will change your perception about things. When I started traveling out of the United States, to traveling to like other countries and stuff, I started seeing things for the reality of what it is. I have my passport and everything. Some of these people who say that, they don't even got a passport. They don't even got y'all stamps. Never traveled, nothing. The furthest y'all done travel in this country is probably back and forth to, no shade, Joy, but some people probably travel no more than Vegas and back and call that traveling. You only travel domestically, and that's it, but not internationally. Nor never had an actual honest conversation with people who are international. Matter of fact, let me ask y'all this question. Hey, y'all, I already told y'all my experience. It ain't shade, Joy, but I already told y'all my experience. So due to the work that I do talk to people from different cultures internationally. So they have shared with me their experiences. But I want to ask y'all this question. Have y'all actually had this honest conversation from other people from other cultures, from other countries? Let's have a conversation. Not a judgmental conversation, but you just want to just hear their experiences. Have y'all honestly had a conversation like that? Because I guarantee if you have a conversation like that, I guarantee that your perception will change. I guarantee that everything that you generalize, it will change. I guarantee that your stereotypes will change. I guarantee it'll change. That you'll have a different outlook on how the way you treat people. You'll absolutely have a different outlook of how the way you treat people. So I encourage that for real. I encourage y'all to do that. If y'all haven't, I encourage y'all to do that for real. Like I was saying, like when my coworkers they were saying this thing about the one people and also receiving benefits. One of the things that I do not like what people will say. I even have family who said this too, right? They said that they're saying these people from Mexico, right? They sitting up here jumping the border and stuff like that. They need to go back to Mexico. And it cringes me every time when I hear people say stuff like that. It cringes me for the simple fact that we in America, right? All of us in America are immigrants. Every last one of us, we're descendants of immigrants. So it cringes me when I hear people say that. I'm like, what the hell? Like, bro, do you not know that we all are immigrants? So what gives you the right to tell a person that or to say that to a person? You need to go back to you need to go back to Mexico, you old lazy Mexicans. Why would you say that? You need to go back to Europe or Africa. Why would you say that when you are a descendant of immigrants? You're not even from this country. You're not even from America. You was birthed here in America, but your descendants is not from here. Your bloodline is not from here. Your bloodline is not from here. So that's why I say it cringes me when I hear that. I like, bruh, for real. Then it cringes me even more when I hear they say that, right? And then at the same time they go back and say, yeah, oh man, the white man doing this, the white man doing that to us and stuff, right? Black Lives Matter. Say all these different things like that, right? But sit up here be racist towards, other people. But then go back and say, no, we can't be racist. We can't do that. No. Bruh, yeah, you can. You are being racist. Thinking that your struggle is way more superior than everyone else's struggle when it's not. When it's absolutely not. At the end of the day, all of us are human, period. All of us deal with our struggles every single day, period. Each and every last one of us on this planet. We deal with different disparities every single day. So I believe that we we need to get to a point where we need to start sitting down and understanding one another. We need to get to the point where we need to not only sit down and start understanding one another. We need to get to the point where we need to start, respecting one another, even if you disagree. Which I done said it on my shows a lot of time. It is okay for you to disagree. It is okay for you to agree to disagree, but at least respect it. At least respect it. That's where it boils down to. So yeah, I was to be honest with you, I was disappointed hearing that for real. Um, Heard people, especially my sisters who are here, sitting up here saying things that you're not qualified to say certain things because you're not from here. To me, that is very, very, very wrong, and that's very, very arrogant, and it's racist as hell too, and it's discriminating too. So y'all, just like I say, y'all, this lunchtime conversation topic. That's the introduction of what I'm really going to talk about later on tonight on my show. That's why I'm just keeping it here because there are a lot of other things that I want to go into detail and talk to y'all about. And we're going to drive all the way deep into this rabbit hole, and I'm going to tell y'all exactly my full, honest perspective about all this. But I want to just get this into your mind right now, where I'm going to talk about where I'm going and where we're going to lead to. And at the end of the day, when I conclude my show tonight, my goal is for us to have a clear understanding. My goal is also for us to not only have a clear understanding, but for us to have accountability for each other, especially if you resemble this behavior that I'm going to go to more in detail and talk about. So appreciate y'all want tuning in to this lunchtime conversation topic. Tune in later on tonight. I will do part two of this, and we're gonna examine this thing further. Hell, just like I said, I might even open up the panel so we can. You know what? The hell with it. I am going to open up the panel. I am going to open up the panel for y'all tonight. All right, we're gonna have an open panel discussion tonight. All right, because I want to hear y'all opinions about that. I want to hear y'all perspective about this as well too. So yeah, I'm gonna do an open panel tonight. I'm gonna share with y'all my one perspective about this, and I'm gonna have an open panel tonight. All right, I'm gonna open it up, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have a conversation about this tonight. and see that we could come with a logical, realistic conclusion about all this, so we could hold each and every last one of us accountable for our actions and behavior, so we can move forward. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right, just for y'all. Bye, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in to this lunchtime conversation topic. Y'all continue to have a great Friday. All right, stay focused. Those of you who are working right now, your work day is almost over. Keep pushing, keep pushing. You're almost there. Those of you who haven't started working yet, but you get ready to work later on tonight, get as much rest as possible for your work shift. All right, make sure that you at your full strength. All right, while you working, so it can be very productive. All right. So you can make that money. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a debacle tonight for real, Joy. I'm up. I'm gonna have full debacle tonight, y'all. But yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in. Stay focused, y'all. Stay focused. Stay safe. Make sure you pay attention to your surroundings, because there's crazy stuff there going on out there as well too. And I will see y'all later on tonight, all right? Y'all continue to fight fate with faith. Peace out, y'all.
I don't care how long it take to get an op back. All my niggas outside, steak, bitch, we out back.